Hello everyone, how are we doing? 6 Inch of Star Wars here. Welcome back to another double review. We done Hera and Sabine in our last review. Kylo Ren episode 8 is up next. And today we have Luke and Rey from episode 8, The Last Jedi. And that's the front of their boxes. As we can see, artwork is nice and prominent. These are your standard Wave 1 version, not the San Diego Comic-Con version. I was tempted to pick them up, but I knew I wanted Thrawn instead of these two. So, thankfully, my gut instinct was right, and I picked them up, and it was all good. All good indeed, and I'm quite happy with that. So we'll turn them around, and you can pause it and quickly read the back there. We should all know the troubles with that. So let's go and crack these open, and we'll first start off with Luke Skywalker. No, well, I'm British. Ladies first, I'm a gentleman. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so here he is. I'm just going to jolt the camera just a little bit to the side. Ah, there we go. Lovely jubbly. Right, so, cracking figure. I do like him. First off the bat is the head sculpt is something I'm going to save a little bit later because it's worth a mention. But, okay, first off the bat, obvious it is a cloth cloak, so it's nice to have that, kind of a little Hot Toys type thing. The rest of the figure is all rubber, plasticky type stuff, but they've captured the decals of the robe quite well. Let's just have a quick look at the robe, and you can see, well, I was about to say, he does stand up with the weight of the robe. Let's have a quick look at the robe under this light. Nice. Quite nice. No armholes. It's just one of those monkey type robes that, and I mean monk, not monkey, that just hops over your head like that, and you can go and sulk wherever he wants. I'll put the robe aside, fold it up nice and neatly, doing Skywalker's washing. Put that in the back, just there, and we can take a look at the figure itself. So let's have a quick close up look. Let's have a nice look. So let's go touch on one of the main pieces of this figure, and that is the hand, and I love it. It's such a nice bit, and it captures very, very, very much detail. God, they must have put more detail in this hand than in that face, because it is a great capture of Skywalker's hand. Unless they nicked off a Terminator action figure, other than that, I think it's great. And what I want to do with the hand is give it a little coating of silver to make it a little bit more movie accurate, because it's just a black coat. And I want to go in and hit it with a bit of silver, because then that'll bring up the detailing more. One thing I'm going to say is, I noticed with Hasbro figures, if you give them a repaint, I'm going to go straight into the head in a minute, straight onto this, because this is going to link in. If you give it a repaint, it brings up the detailing in the figure a lot more. I'm just going to bring in a quick example. For a video, I'm working on a couple of defect troopers, and I'm doing the Special Ops First Order Stormtroopers, and I've sanded them down, and I've brushed them up, and I've cleared them up, as you can see. They haven't been the greatest, and they've got the wrong knee pads on there, but just want to quickly touch up on that when I went in and painted the helmet, primed and painted it, it really brought out a lot more detailing in the helmet and in the armor as well, and it's really brought the figure out a lot more. And that is something that I noticed a lot of custom makers do. They've taken this head sculpt off, because to me it looks more like a character out of Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings type vibe, instead of Skywalker. I'm 6 out of 10 on this head sculpt. You can see it, but it's not there. And I know a lot of people have gone in and they've repainted the Luke face. And once they've repainted it, it looks a lot like Luke. And it's the same for the other Luke figures as well, because he looks a bit boyish. Here it looks like a wise monk character from a medieval program. I'm not too much of a fan of the old Luke head sculpt. I think it's quite dismal. Bring him in there. As you can see, I'm not really so much a fan, and I'm not too confident at the moment going in and repainting something like that. As I say, a Stormtrooper is quite fine. I'm happy to go in and repaint that. a bit of a hand, yeah, that's fine. I can get with a silver highlight pen, and I can just brush up and bring out the detail on that. Anyway, that is my main negative out of the way. Let's show you a closer look at Luke and his robe. So, as I said, it's all plastic, all rubbery type material under there and there. He has all his joints of the articulation standard Black Series does. Doesn't really fight the robe as much, so it's nice and loose kind of rubber, where it doesn't really want to fight the robe and it gets stuck and you'll have stretch marks on the robe. Feet swivel. It's all kind of the base same beigey type colour. Brown belt. Goes all the way around. Not really much detailing on there other than a pouch, which is obviously put on there already. Can't do anything with that. And down the back, again, they captured the roby type texture, and it's all plastic and rubbery. The only accessory, as we all know, that it comes with is the cloth cape. Doesn't really come with a lightsaber, because that is what Rey comes with, so we better give the lightsaber to Luke. Yeah, so Luke, he's alright. He's not the greatest figure. I know he's one of those that our collectors want to get, and he is well worth it, except if you want to make him more worth it, I would highly recommend repainting the face and capturing him a little bit more, as his face sculpt is not the greatest in the world. But yeah, there's not really too much to say about this figure, because he's just he's a standard Jedi Master kind of robe. Creases crinkle. I mean, there's not really much I can think of to say. Shown you most of it. His peg holes in there. Again, I would wish figures would come with stands. And that's his hand. So, let's get crack-a-lacking onto Rey and see what she's all about. Okay, so before we get into looking at the figure, I just want to give a quick mention to lightsaber packaging and staff and stuff like that, because the way they package it, I hate it. I don't know if you guys have the same opinion as what I do, but you have to wrestle it out, and once you wrestle it out, you just get an awful kind of bent lightsaber, and it's horrible. And the staff you might not be able to see it on the camera, but it's noticeable in person. It's bent a little bit, and I don't like that. And the way they're packaged, because they slip through the hole there, they slip through that hole, which means you have to bend it and wrestle it out. Now, I don't know why they can have just a deep cut hole in here and then sellotape it with a little bit of a gap, so we can easily just drop it out. So it's just, as soon as the sellotape gets ripped off, it falls out. Same with the lightsaber. There's no need to weave it in and then have another bit weaved in the bottom. No, because that would already be scarring and denting and bending the lightsaber. Yeah, they can do it. If they can have so much plastic on the box, they can do it. I hope you guys agree that, even down here, they could put a nice little slot. Because look at the packaging. There's so much room for them to put a nice deep slot on there. They can do deep molds. And we can have a nice easy lightsaber. Never mind. Let's have a look at the accessories then. Let's go and have a look. So we'll start off with the smallest first, Rey's blaster. And I love this paint job on it. I'm happy with it. I think they brought up the detail on the gun quite well. It's really... Oh no, and I've dropped it. I've dropped it. And it's back. There we go. See, look, other YouTubers would edit that out. No, me, I keep my bloopers in. There. Yeah, I quite like it. If you want, I could put a tiny little black dot there and add the barrel. Well, I think this is nice. I think this will look fantastic weathered if you just get like a small weathered... I don't know if you guys in America have it, but a weathering pen. I've got a really fine one. I can go in and I can hit this with weather, and it will, again, bring out the detailing in it more. But yeah, I think it's a fantastic little blaster for her. Well done, Hasbro. You've done a good job on this one. Put that there. Now let's have a look at this lightsaber while I shake the camera. Oh, look at that. Right, so we're going to go down to the hilt. They've captured it nice. Little hook there. So hopefully we'll be able to clip onto Rey's belt. And obviously, it comes apart. So here's the blade. And again, if it can come apart, Hasbro, package it well so it doesn't bend. Rant over. Right, so that's the blade. Obviously, it's blue. Nothing exciting. This is actually your lightsaber, not hers. I don't accept it. Sorry. But I just don't. And one little thing, though. Because Disney are calling this lightsaber hers, and are marketing it so big for her, right? One thing little Disney, like, you know, they advertise for the kids. One thing they forgot about is this lightsaber slaughtered 100 of younglings and Jedis. You gotta remember that. This blade killed 100 younglings. Probably more in that temple. Loads of younglings got killed with this blade. Maybe more off screen. So I think that's a little bit of a mess up there, isn't it, Disney? But they've done a nice job of capturing the details and painting this lightsaber. There's no mispaints or splodges or marks on it, and it's very nice, and it's great that the blade can come off. I think that's a nice little added feature, and obviously we can clip it back on like so. Oh, well, I can. Let me just... How easy to go back in. Nice and easy like that. Okay, so that's the blade. Oh, we've gone into black. We've gone into black. We've gone into black. We've gone into black. And we're back. With a staff. Yes, it's a magical staff that makes lights come back on. Not really, it's just another bog standard bent staff that Hasbro can't package right. Yeah, it's great. It's nice to see Rey keeping the staff because, obviously, merchandising, etc, etc. Cool little fancy feature. If you spin it round really fast, it creates a love heart. Once again, yep, detailing is nice on point. I really kind of gone in depth in a Rey before about the staff, so I'm not really going to talk about it much, as it's the same staff I've reviewed before. So we're going to go straight on to the action figure now. Okay, so here's Rey, and similar to Luke, nothing cloth on Rey at all. Is it me, or she kind of got a very Pirate of the Caribbean type vibe going on with her? It's like a Jedi Pirate of the Caribbean, and they've given her the same kind of look as what she had in The Force Awakens, but, you know, it's darker. It looks like a more dark side Rey. It'd be nice to know where she got these type of robes from. I'll probably get explained somewhere. Let's have a look. The articulation works well. There is no loose limbs on this figure, which is nice. Showing a little bit more skin, which is nice. Don't get all moody with me. And we've got a gun pouch there. Let's do the gun pouch test. How well does it sit in the gun pouch? I presume it goes in like that. There we go. There we go. Sits nice and tightly. So look down the figure then. So we've got our boots here. You can see just make out the buckles there and the rope on the back to tighten her boots. Same it goes on the back there. Nice weaving pattern design up the back here. Again, obviously this is rubber. We go up, we've got some back detailing on the belts here. Goes round, kind of looks like a kind of karate belt. I really do get a Pirates of the Caribbean vibe from her at the moment. We're going up, obviously showing some more skin. Jedi training outfit attire. And underneath, there's nothing much going on. No hidden Easter eggs, just same normal basic trousers. So let's have a look. I like this face sculpt a lot. It looks a lot like her. So let's take a look at the face sculpt. I think they're actually scanning the stars now properly and capturing their faces. Nice hair detailing here. See her little braids up there in the top of her hair. And I think that because it's done a good job. Maybe a repaint might highlight it a bit more, but I think we're getting closer. Looking like Daisy Ridley. It's a nice sculpt. Or scan, however they done it. Might be a scan of that, probably, of Luke. But it's not a great scan. I mean, Hasbro, come on. You can do better than that. But anyway, altogether, I think this is a good figure. She's got nice hip articulation there. Knee articulation, everything's there. How does she stand? So, we've touched on everything. Let's see how she stands. Great. Not a problem. Even though she had a wonky foot. They stand perfectly fine. And even Luke's got his leg lifted up. So, they stand fine. Perfectly fine. Perfectly normal. Good articulation. So, that is Luke and Rey, standard episode 8, wave 1. Would I recommend these figures to anyone? Yes, I would. Collectors, to anyone. They're great pieces to have in any collection. I think Hasbro have done a good job on this. Shame about the Luke. Yeah, he does look like him, but I think a little bit more paint or something, just a touch of, just to bring it out, make him look like it, because the sculpt's there, just the way they paint it doesn't make him look quite there, just there. But I would really recommend picking these two up. So that has been the review of Luke and Rey. Obviously the negatives being packaging, the way the lightsabers came out and everything. Face sculpt. And that's it really, is my opinion. So with Luke, his only accessory was his cloth cape. With Rey, she has obviously the lightsaber, the staff, and there's her gun is just on still in her belt. Like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Luke and Rey, full of bloopers and accidents, but hey ho. This is going to be an unedited video. It's going to be crushed together. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We do have Kylo Ren, episode 8, coming up next. I'm already looking into that figure because his face sculpt on there looks amazing. So this is going to be a great review coming up. And then after that, we have director Orson Krennic coming up as well. So tune in to see that. And then after that, my third and final video for the time being will be a little rant to Hasbro to fix some messes up, because there are a few nicks and picks that Hasbro got fixed. So I hope I see you guys in the next video. If I don't, may the force be with you. Please subscribe to this channel. The link is down below, that red button down there. While you're there, hit the notification button so you know when I upload. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you want to comment. I don't know, you can comment on anything. You can comment on how crap your Walmart is for putting out Cassian all the time. I don't know, whatever. May the force be with you guys. Have a great week, wherever you are. See you later. Bitch, give me back that lightsaber. And why does it smell like fish? And why is it so slimy? It fell down the trash compactor. Yeah. Like the other chrome thing that got less screen time and was inappropriate and overhyped. Now, you will follow Mr. Happy886 on Instagram, link in the description. And you will share this video. Wait, why am I talking like old Ben? Oh yeah, this new trilogy is a rehash of the original trilogy. Yeah,